just on the COVID situation in South Africa at the moment, do you expect changes to the format of the URC now, considering the developing COVID situation there? For example, do you think the South African teams could be pulled from the competition?
Well, to be honest, I don't know. What we can't predict much what will happen in the further months. So I think we need to stick to our process of what's in front of us, playing week in week out to the schedule that we have. Obviously, we are concerned for us that the main thing is the health and safety of players and obviously everyone involved in the game. So whatever has to be, it has to be. We leave those decisions to the people that need to take those decisions. But and obviously we wish, hopefully, everyone that is involved at the moment in those sort of problems, or that we wish them well to hopefully recover and get back soon and so on. But now we can focus only the only thing we can do is focus on the game at the weekend on Friday against Connacht, and then hopefully kicked on the European campaign.
Yeah, and just finally on that, Felipe, would you be comfortable travelling to South Africa in the current climate?
Well, if we have to travel, okay, it will mean that there's the people that will allow us to travel, they would have put the safety and health of us in front of anything, So if we are asked to travel and it's all cleared and so on, yeah, I have no problem on doing it. It's just I think it's such a delicate situation that no one will put on risk any of us. So we just focus on what we have to focus, that is training and trying to get better every day, and the people that are in charge of making those decisions, I'm sure, and I have the full confidence that they will make the best decision in terms of again, healthy and safety of everyone,
Thanks, Felipe.
Hi, Felipe. How are you?
Good.
Felipe, in terms of preparing a team for a big European match, if you were in Munster's shoes and you had to build up to a game without having any access to group training, because we understand they have to self-isolate, is that become a danger? I mean, do you think Leinster or whatever team would ask for a postponement in the event of not being able to collectively train before a big match?
Look, I can't, I can't put myself in there because I'm not in that situation. And what would I do? They're all suppositions, All I can say is, definitely will assess. You always try to do the best you can in this current situation you are. And if Munster asks for a postponement or not, I'm sure they have a reason why to do those things or not. So it's not for me to really judge or say if it's right or wrong. Having said that, you have situations where I don't know. It comes to my head when the only time that the Pumas beat the All Blacks, they were coming from a completely self-isolation and this and blah. They couldn't train. There are sometimes there are difficulties or things that are not ideal that you can use them to kind of to get you more together, but it's not ideal that what the preparation that Munster are going through, and I feel sorry for them, it's not ideal, definitely, but I'm sure that they will find a way to if they have to play the game in 2 weeks' time, to be ready for it, and we all know Munster how well they go under when things are tough, so yeah.
Have you guys any extra precautions now, because there's a little heightened sense of awareness over the last couple of days? Have you done any extra protocols or testing to make sure that it doesn't get into your camp?
No, we are always aware of but we've been since like that since, I don't know, now it's 22 months, more or less. So we are always understanding the situation, and we know we've been through tough moments like this one, and some even worse moments in the past that COVID was out there, and so definitely we don't want to get it in the camp, and we are taking all the precautions that we can, but you control what you can control, and it's not only, we have a lot of people working in Leinster, and everyone has families, or most of them have families, and there's things that they are slightly out of your control. So we try to do the best we can in terms of what we can control, and in fairness, like, the players have been excellent in that, in their behaviors, the last 22 months, in how they kept, or they made a huge effort to make sure to minimize all the risks of getting COVID in our camp, so fair point to them, and to the staff, and to everyone, in Leinster, because we've been working hard, and we'll keep doing the same. We don't relax, and even when there was a bit more of a less or relaxation in the country, because there wasn't many cases, we still kept with the same behaviors.
Just the last one for me about this coming Friday night. After seeing what Connacht were able to do in the rain against the Ospreys, does that make you pray a little bit harder for dry weather?
No, we adapt. I think you've seen what they've done in dry weather against Ulster. You don't know what's better. I think they're an excellent team. It's Connacht is a team that they know how they want to play. They are a team that they play really good rugby brands, and they're well coached. They have good players, so we understand the challenge we are facing. And look, they've been very close in the past, and the last time they've been in the RDS, they beat us. So they know, they know they will be fully confident on coming and getting a result here at the RDS. So and we know the challenge we are expecting. So yeah, and definitely coming back from a defeat, where more than the defeat, it was the performance that wasn't that great. So, and we need to get better. So yeah, we are preparing, and that's all what we are focusing on.
Thanks, Felipe.
Cheers.
Felipe, it's Don here. I heard a fan shout, "Wake up Leinster," after about 20 minutes against Ulster. How much of a wake-up call was it, and how much was it down to a month without it?
How much of a wake-up call, and how much of what?
And how much was it down to a month without having rugby?
No, we don't want to put any excuses. Ulster has been a month without rugby too, and they were really good. We don't find those, or we don't put that to an excuse. I think we weren't good enough on the day, and to be fair, like, it wasn't something of an attitude. I could see the guys trying hard and so on, but we weren't accurate in many phases of the game, and I think Ulster were the better team on the day, and they well deserved the victory. So yeah, it's something, definitely it's a wake-up call in terms of everything for us, but also it shows how competitive this league is going as well. There's teams that anyone can beat anyone, and I think it's part of the enjoyment and the growth of the league as well. So yeah, it's for us, it's a wake-up call. More so, it's to put us into a good position for us to review some things and keep on working in some others, but yeah, definitely it was a good kick on the ass, if you want to say.
Okay, thanks, Felipe.
Hey Felipe, it's William here in Galway, for Galway Bay FM. I'm just wondering how much attention you've played to the way Connacht have played this season. They have tried to change it up a bit, and it's certainly a faster style. How do you think you're going to counteract that on Friday evening?
Yeah, but as I said, I think Connacht, they're a very, very good, exciting team to watch. I know the coaches, they are well coached. I like the way they've been coached, and it's not only this season. They've been growing in the last few seasons. If there's something that you can say that they haven't been good at, is maybe consistency, and sometimes they play a brilliant game and then, but now they kind of look like if they have got that consistency more often than not. So they became a really, really good team, and the way we are going to counteract that is like trying to do our best, especially understanding that if you give Connacht the ball and let them play, you'll be for a very, very tough evening, So we need to make sure that we defend and hard, and we can get the ball and be good, accurate in our set piece and our launch, and then we'll start from there. But definitely it will be a tough game because they're a good side, definitely.
And just another quick one from me. There's a funny little statistical quirk. Since Robbie Henshaw joined Leinster, he's never played against his previous team, Connacht. And I know you're not going to tell me the team, but it might be quite interesting to see him actually line up, because there's 10 games have passed in that period of time.
Yeah, it's good because it always comes to some statistic that you haven't even had. I didn't even have a clue it was like that. Well, if he's involved, I think it's a good challenge for him as well. To play against his old club and so on. But yeah, we're more focusing in the whole than in just one or two players. In terms of. Yeah, I'd say if he plays, it will be maybe even a special moment for him. But we now have to focus in what we can do and concentrate on how we can beat Connacht.
Thanks, Felipe. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Hi, Felipe. Harry Byrne, he hasn't really got much time this season. Obviously, he's just coming back, and he was in with the Ireland camp and had a cameo there at the weekend. Just what do you make of the limited time he's had this season, and can we expect to see more of him over this 10-week block? A lot more of him, like.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's the way it is, Like if you have some injuries, he's been very unlucky in terms of injuries, and he picked up some strange injuries through the, but I think he's now fit, and he's been in the Ireland camp for the last month, and now he's with us for last week and this week. So hopefully he can have more games, or more game time. But it's about him more than that. Is getting ready and feeding and fit and making sure that he's preparing himself for success. So. And that's what we are trying to do, trying to set him up for being successful. So hopefully he can improve and take it, the experience he's getting also at international level, or more at international training. And it's always important to be in at an international camp, because you learn so much from such good players. So hopefully he can bring it into Leinster and keep building his game,
And just on the number 12 at the weekend, Kieran Frawley, who can seemingly play anywhere along that back line. He was probably the brightest spark at the weekend with his line breaks, his runs. He was very lively. Just how do you make of him? What do you make of him? Just his growth over the past 2 years. And obviously being a development player for a week with Ireland in the last month. Do you think he's just on the right path?
Yeah, definitely he's on the right path. I think he's seen it week in, week out, training with us, and it's a great joy when he's been called for Ireland, you know, and again being involved in that month with training with all those great players. It's in that setup, you know, it can only do him better, you know, and help him. So hopefully he's developing well. I think his growth has been huge in the last 2 years, and he's still a lot more to go, you know, a long way to go. So he's enjoying his rugby, and that's the most important thing, you know, and hopefully he can play a lot for us, in the coming weeks.